So, I'm on my second visit to Australia and returning to Stringybark Creek, site of the shootout between the Galley Gang and the police officers. And I was here last year and I posted a video, but I understand that it is now been changed somewhat, so I'm going back to have a look. So this is the road out of Benalla on the way to Stringybark Creek. Beautiful part of the country here in this Wombat Ranges, which I believe is called the High Country. So the first part of the journey is on tarmac road, but then as you get closer to Stringybark, the road does change to a gravel road. And you're also warned to be careful about logging trucks, so that I haven't actually seen any on both of my visits. But it's certainly a gravel road, so it's a little bit slippery in places, and obviously there's the potential for broken windscreens or punctures, and it's pretty remote out here. There's not that many people about, so think about the vehicle you're in. I'm just out of a small hire car, and it did the job, but obviously the bigger the vehicle, or if you're in an SUV, but even better. And it's about 20 plus kilometres on this sort of gravel road to get to the actual site of Stringybark. That's the road that I came along, and here is now the site again. And what's really changed now is it's far more of a memorial to the slain police officers than about the Kelly Gang. So there is, as you can see here, a signboard gives you the various locations. The other thing that's changed is they've now created a walk, which is about 40 minutes long, and I'm going to feature that walk as well on the video in part 2 of this revised video. So it's quite long, but if you're interested in seeing what's on that walk, you can follow that. Basically, we're looking at, that's one of the older maps of the area with the various locations. One of the things they're pointing out now on this is that the actual site of the police camp, where particularly Thomas Lonergan was killed and McIntyre was ambushed, they don't know the exact spot, and that's still debate is going on apparently. But down on the site, they've now made plaques to each of the police officers with their story, their service history, and comments from the present day family members. So here we have Constable Michael Scanlon and his story, his photograph, and a family statement. Of course, he was killed together with Thomas Lonergan and Sergeant Michael Kennedy, Thomas McIntyre being the only survivor. So if you haven't ever visited Stringybark Creek, or you've been here some years ago, then it's probably really worth a visit, because as I mentioned, which we'll see, apart from these information plaques, there are now a new walking tour laid out. And there's a series of informative boards here that sort of lay out what happened, search for the Kellys. Obviously, as it's probably well known, the police were very surprised that they were actually at this location. They thought they were further away, and so when the Kellys were able to basically ambush them, it came as a complete surprise to the police officers present. Thomas Lonergan was the first to be killed, and then Kelly shot him through the eye as I think he was trying to run for cover, and at the same time police service revolver. But he didn't have time to return fire. Of course, later Sergeant Kennedy and Michael Scanlon came in, and Scanlon was also killed pretty quickly, again without the opportunity to return fire. And Sergeant Kennedy apparently did manage to get some shots off on his service revolver, but he only had a 5-shot pistol, and none of those hit their target, and at some stage I think he lost his gun before he was finally killed. And it took a few days to actually find Sergeant Kennedy's body, and on the walking tour there is the location now of where he was actually found. Pretty remote location.